Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about more moon signs. I think I want to talk about the Scorpio moon next. So a lot of my very close friends are Scorpio moons. I think there's just this natural, I think in ancient astrology, Virgo and Scorpio were actually one sign, which is kind of crazy. But I feel like there's this natural affinity between Virgos and Scorpios because there's this thing about control. Um, I think both of us crave control and we try to control our experiences for out of wounding, obviously. So let's talk about the Scorpio moon experience. So Scorpio moons, they're, in my opinion, or what I've noticed, I think Scorpio moons, the biggest thing for them is trust. So at some point or another in their childhood, they were going along their experience. They were just being a kid. They were just like living their life. And someone made a promise to them. Someone made a promise to them that we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Or maybe there was just an expectation, right? Maybe there was an expectation from the Scorpio person that, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to do this. And they trusted because they were a child. They trusted that it would happen. For whatever reason, it didn't happen. So a person just didn't show up at all in their experience, didn't show up the way that they said they would, or didn't show up the way that they needed. So there was this trust in maybe a family member, maybe an early friendship, a teacher, something. Something happened to break this trust. And so Scorpio moons are very, very, we'll talk about characteristics now. Scorpio moons can be when it's not remediated, can be extremely guarded, extremely private about their emotions. It's very rare to catch a Scorpio moon. I mean, obviously it depends what's going on in the chart. But it's pretty rare to catch a Scorpio moon openly talking about their experience, similar to a Virgo moon, actually. It's all going on in here. It's very rare to catch the Scorpio moon out there externalizing how they feel. They are big brooders. When they're going through an emotional wave, they're the type of people who like to sit at home. If they're mad, they're gonna fucking rage to like thrasher music. If they're sad, they're gonna listen to the saddest brooding music. And honestly, as a Scorpio moon, I recommend that. I recommend leaning into the emotion rather than trying to control it. Because when you try to control or judge the experience that you're having as a Scorpio moon, you're a water sign, you're meant to really feel. And you're feeling these heavy emotions. And to know that that is okay, I think is one of the easiest ways to remediate your experience as a Scorpio moon. To know that it's okay to feel those big feelings you have. And it's not like, usually as Scorpio moons, it's not like you guys are telling anyone about it anyway. So like there really shouldn't be a concern of judgment. However, I will suggest maybe you do have people in your life that you can trust. There's got to be at least someone. There has to be at least one person in your life who you can trust, who you can vocalize these big feelings to and not find judgment from. And so then we get into, Scorpio moons are very secretive. They can be very guarded about their emotions. And they can appear standoffish to other people because they're having such intense feelings and they are really in their own internal experience. And to them, those feelings really feel like permanent a lot of the times. I've noticed with my Scorpio moon friends, and I'm the same way as a Virgo moon. I think, again, there's a lot of similarities in experience there. To Scorpio moons, when they are going through it, sometimes it can fucking feel like that is going to last them forever. But usually that's being caused because they feel like it's not okay to experience that emotion, that really big, deep emotion. Usually with Scorpio moons, the more that they allow themselves to lean into and feel everything they're feeling, because it's Pluto. Name of the game with Pluto, I mean, it's Mars traditional, but modern ruler Pluto. The name of the game with Pluto, in my opinion, is to lean into everything, lean into those painful experiences to transform yourself. So the more you lean into feeling how you feel in the moment as a Scorpio moon, I think the more that your moon placement becomes stronger and more healed. And also the more you feel like you can open up to others and share your emotional world with others, that can also be a good thing because you feel, again, there's this wound of trust. Someone broke your trust as a child, and now you truly believe that everyone else is out to get you. Not remediated, of course, like in the lower form. You really probably believe that everyone else is out to get you, or other people will always disappoint you. You probably genuinely expect to be mistreated or to have someone break your trust. You probably genuinely expect that. And so when I talked about this with Virgo moons, when you expect to be disappointed or let down or to have your trust broken, a lot of times that's what we end up manifesting at a subconscious level. So see if there's not people in your life who you can rely on and lean on and who actually genuinely love you and care about you and aren't looking to use your wounds against you, because that's the real big fear as a Scorpio moon, is to let someone in and then that's used against them. So notes for Scorpio, friends of Scorpio moon and partners of Scorpio moon, people who care about Scorpio moon. Don't fucking do that. You should just not do that, period, as a human. Never use their big feelings or their wounds against them. That's a huge trigger for them. But also, I think something that can really help is taking time with the Scorpio moon to build trust. I really don't think Scorpio moons, because Scorpio moons can be super obsessive for sure and can be really fixed. They're a fixed sign in their moon experience. So they can have, like I said, there's that feeling when I'm a Scorpio moon. There's that feeling of when I'm having a big feeling that it's permanent, it's forever, which is not the case. We can just get stuck there. So for friends of Scorpio moon is to take time, or lovers of Scorpio moon, take time to let that Scorpio moon open up to you and blossom to you. Never really force things with a Scorpio moon. Never force things with anyone. But if you are the friend of or lover of a Scorpio moon, it's not going to do you well to rush them or to try getting them to open up to you before they're ready. It's honestly probably going to piss them off more and they're not going to want to do more, or you're going to trigger them. It's taking time with the Scorpio moon and showing them your love over time and that you are there for them and you care for them. Proving that over time. Scorpio moon needs to kind of have others prove that to them, which again, maybe you don't want to feel like you have to prove yourself to them, but if you really love someone, like, you'll take the time. Like if that's your person, you know, your friend, and you just care about them, there's some people you just have that natural care for, you will take the time to prove yourself and prove that you're not going anywhere, you're not going to hurt them. Taking time with the Scorpio moon, I think, is really important. And sometimes they might need their space, but I think it's also helpful to tell Scorpio moons and let them know, hey, do you want to get out of the house? Do you want to go do something? And if they're not in the mood, they're not in the mood, whatever. But to get them out of that brooding phase of thinking that everything's fucking permanent, which can happen when we're just sitting up here in our houses and thinking and feeling and going on loop. So those are my advice. That's my analysis of the Scorpio moon and what I've seen from my experience of Scorpio moon friends, people. That's kind of what I've noticed about them. So I hope that was helpful to you in some sort of way. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.